Hey everybody, it's Liz here with TTB Media and Consulting Inc. and I am here to talk to you today about summer camps and help your business thrive over those summer months. So when you're here, drop me a like, send me a heart, say hi. I'd love to know how many of you guys are watching this live. As always, if you are catching up on this later on, just put hashtag replay in the comment section. Once again, if you have questions or you've got ideas that you'd like to share with everybody, feel free, pop those in the comments. I don't know what you guys are experiencing right now, but it is super cold here up in Ontario and lots of snow. So what's the weather like down where you are? My other question is, how is that affecting your competition season and your practices? For the most part, our families are pretty good and they get to the gym, but man, there's always that one snowy day, right? And when you're in the middle of competition season, it'll add to the stress for you. So again, once you're here, send me a like, say hi. Today we're going to be talking about summer camps. I know that during the summer months, a lot of the times youth sports facilities tend to experience that little summer slump, unless of course you're baseball and soccer and golf and those summer sports. But in the cheerleading world, gymnastics and dance, a lot of the times our athletes will take the summer off and go pursue a different sport for the summer, which is great for them, not so great for our pocketbooks. So let's talk about how summer camps can actually help you during those months. Not only are they a great revenue generating item, but they're also a great lead item. So, those kids that come in just for camps, they're a great group to market to during the summer camps and after the summer camps are done. So, first things first, let's talk about the product. With summer camps, the first thing you need to decide is what you're going to be offering. Are you going to be offering half days, full days, full weeks, full months, maybe the entire summer? So that's step number one. Decide which one you want to do. In our gym, we started with just a couple of weeks of summer camp. We did not offer the entire summer back then. And of those weeks, we offered half day and full day options. People could sign up for just one day here, a day and a half there. So whatever you're comfortable starting with and whatever works within your community area, that's a great way for you, a great spot for you to begin with. Our gym now offers full week, full month, and full summer. We don't do single days and we don't do half days anymore. We only, if somebody wants to register for a summer camp, they register for a minimum of 1 week at a time. Okay? Once you've figured out whether you want half day, full week, now you need to determine how many weeks you want to offer. So, do you want to offer just a week in July and a week in August? Or do you want to go full gamut and offer the entire summer, whatever that is for your area, whether it's 8 weeks, 9 weeks, or 10 weeks? We offer 10 weeks of summer camp because we also include, we have a couple different school boards in there. Great tip for you guys, especially if nobody else in your area is offering camp opportunities for the other school boards. So for example, in our area, we have the English board and we have the French board. The French board has done school an entire week earlier and nobody offers camps for those guys except us. So it's always a great way to get new families into your gym by offering something when nobody else is. Love being their go-to for that one. Are you going to be offering just the month of July? If you're offering the month of July, remember that you probably have a holiday in there, whether you're in Canada and it's Canada Day, which falls on a Tuesday this year, or if you're in the States and it's July 4th, you're going to want to factor that in once we get to our pricing stage, okay? Once you know how often you're going to be offering the camps, now you're going to want to look at the number of participants that you can comfortably offer this to. So whether that's 8 children or 80 children, you need to determine how many people you want to offer or that you want to have register for these camps. You want to set your maximum number, okay? Once you know your maximum number of campers, now you're going to be able to plan the number of staff that you're going to need for this. If you're a small sports organization, is it going to be you running it? Is it going to be one of the staff members that you already have? Or are you going to be hiring outside of it and offering a summer contract to somebody else? This information is super important for you to know because you're going to need to market that job position out. So for example, if you're hiring within your staff, maybe you're just going to be bumping their hours for the summer. Maybe you're going to shift somebody over from their regular coaching schedule to strictly do summer camps. Or like we do, we hire from the outside. We offer summer contracts to between 6 and 8 post-secondary students and high school students. And they come in knowing that they're working with us for about 2.5 months. That also gives us an opportunity to try them out, and if they're a fantastic worker and they're enthusiastic and they're great with kids, then we also look at them for possibly staying on in the fall, which helps bump up our recreational coach stream. So just a side note for that one. Get a little bit more hiring done early, and a lot of the training is also already done for you, so the training period come fall is a shorter time frame as well. Okay, all right, so now you know what days you're offering or weeks, you know how many people you want to bring in, you know how many staff members that's going to be. Now you can start thinking about the camps themselves. Are you going to do themed camps? Are you going to do the sport that's directly related to your business? So whether you're a cheerleading gym, a gymnastics gym, a dance studio, is that going to be your theme? Okay. In our gym, we offer, like I mentioned, 10 weeks. Each week is a different theme, but each day of camp, we showcase all 3 of the sports that we offer in our gym. So we offer cheerleading, tumbling, and parkour. Those are built into the lesson plans, so the kids that are at camp are experiencing a little bit about our gym. If you're going to do strictly just an arts and crafts theme, at the very least you want to promote through either flyers or email marketing the other options that you have with your business, but you definitely need to figure out those themes. A tip that I have for you that comes within the product umbrella, we offer an item called Snack Zone. And what that is kids can purchase a credit within our gym. Parents pick it up through the checkout process that gives the children, so like in our gym, it's a $15 credit, and they can shop at our snack bar. So we offer a number of items. We offer peanut, tree nut free items. We offer gluten-free items. We offer vegan items. That's just kind of an us thing because that's our community. But you can really put anything in there in the snack zone that you like. We offer everything from fruit cups and granola bars to chocolate bars and ice cream. So it's a great way to bring in just a little bit of extra money to you. I would say on average, we have 50 kids daily in our summer camps, and about half of them tend to purchase that snack zone credit. And when you think about it, that $15, we purchase the food supplies in bulk. Sometimes we get them from the dollar store, depending on what it is, and raise the price on it. So if it costs us $1, it costs a camper $2 to purchase it, and that comes off their credit. So it's a nice little way to make that little bit of extra money. Okay? All right. Speaking of pricing, let's talk about pricing. A couple of things that you're going to want to figure out ahead of time before you start pricing your camps. One, you want to take a look at whatever the competitors in your area are offering. You want to know whether it's full day, half day, full week, and you want to take a look at their prices. I will let you know your goal is not to come in under their price. Your goal is to make sure that you are comparative to what they're offering, that your price is also comparative, okay? If you're offering a specialized camp, that's where you can start set the pricing a little bit higher. But if you're offering an arts and crafts camp and 4 other people are offering the same thing, you're going to want to take a look at the pricing and what you and they are offering in order to help you set your prices. Okay? You want to look at how much this is going to cost you to run. And cost is not just about the supplies that you need, but it's also about your payroll. It's about the percentage of your space that the summer camps are using. If they are using 100% of the space from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., then you're going to want to adjust your cost accordingly, because they should be paying for that time that your studio or your gym is open. Okay? Once you have determined your costs, now you're going to add profit to it. A good rule of thumb is a 30% profit, but you can play with that a little bit. So for example, with the snack zone, ours is a minimum 100% profit, sometimes 200%, whereas summer camps, our profit is in and around 45–50%. Okay, good rule of thumb, like I said, 30%, but you can play with it from there. You're going to want to know how, you're going to have to determine how to receive registrations. Are you going to take them in person? Are you going to take them through email? Are you going to put them on your website? If you would like a super easy way to make money while you're sleeping, I highly recommend on your website. And if you don't have a website, at least create a landing page for it that can take payments for you. People love having an easy registration process. There's a little bit of information you're going to want to take from them. You're going to want to take their name, camper's name, date of birth, contact information, and payment. Everything else you can always pick up later. So you want to make it as simple as possible. Okay? Once you have that, now I'm going to recommend creating a separate account for it. So, and by that I mean a separate bank account, savings account, because you're going to want to put your summer camp registration money into that account. I want you to label it, this is a funny term for us, we use this, we've labeled ours NMM, and it stands for not my money, which means that if something else in the gym comes up, that money that I've collected for summer camps does not go to pay for the new wedge mat that we want to purchase. That summer camp money is to pay for summer camps, and then the profit can go into the coffers. Okay? All right. Staff-wise, let's talk about training for staff. Here's a couple of things you're going to want to think about. If you are hiring from the outside, how much training do you want them to have? How long of a training do you want them to have? Is it going to be in-person training? Is it going to be online? Will it be a combination? So you're going to want to figure that out. If it is in person, it allows you to do a couple more things with them. So in our gym, we do in-person training. When we first started hiring from the outside for summer camps, our training was half a day. Our very first summer, when we had 45 kids every day, we realized that that training was not enough. We wound up spending a lot of time on the mats, helping the camp counselors out, and they were learning things on the fly. So the very next summer, which would have been last summer, we increased that to 2.5 days of training, which sounds like a lot, but when you think about how many hours these staff members are going to be putting in your gym and the type of product you want to offer to your customers, you want to make sure that their training is as thorough and as fun as you can make it. So those 2.5 days for us is a Friday night and then Saturday and Sunday. All day Saturday, all day Sunday. If you have staff from the gym that are also going to be doing it, you're still going to want to do training. You want to do specific training for summer camps. How to run the lesson plan, how to work with summer camp families, any other of the extra rules you have or different rules that you have when dealing with. So maybe you have a sign-in, sign-out process, that type of thing. So you're still going to want to do some training. This year we've tweaked it a little bit, and we're actually doing a combination of it. So our summer camp hires are going to be doing online training first from the comfort of their home using their laptops. We've created a Canva program that goes through things like what they should wear, what time they should arrive. So all of those little things that really don't have to be in person. We've made it engaging. There are quizzes and games and videos to help them get through that little bit of online training. And then we're going to spend 2 days in person talking about things like we'll do role playing, how to work with behavior issues, how to communicate with parents, that sort of thing. The other thing that we do that is a great hit with our summer camp staff is we treat them. So when they are in-house for the day, we buy them lunch. We provide snacks for them. You may not necessarily have the budget to do that, but you can do other little things. We also play some of the camp games with them so that they get an idea of how those camps will run with the campers. And we have them do some of the crafts. So we choose 1 game per day and 1 craft per day so that, again, they can start to learn how to run those crafts. One of the most popular ones that we do with them that they absolutely love is we make ice cream. So that one requires going outside, so you want to make sure that the weather is really nice, but it's a great way to engage them in a fun activity while still training them. Okay, so don't forget to do those. All right, let's talk about promotion. How are you going to promote your summer camps? Well, the first thing that most people think of is meta, right? You go on Facebook, you talk about the camps. That's a great way to start. One of the things that we found made a huge difference are Google ads. And the reason why we use Google ads is because people are searching Google for summer camps near me, summer camps in Belleville, Ontario, best summer camps in Belleville. So the easiest way for us to be top of mind for people is a Google ad. If you don't have an ad budget this year, that's okay. There are lots of ways that you can promote your summer camps and still get your name out there. So a couple of the other things that we take advantage of, we send flyers home with the kids that are in our gym right now. So whether they're a recreational athlete or a competitive athlete, or maybe they've dropped in for play zone or open gym, we send a flyer home with a little QR code that the family can scan and get the summer camp information. We have done flyer drops in neighborhoods. You could pay the post office whatever their going rate is, 2 or 3 cents a flyer to deliver to, a few thousand houses. Or you could get some exercise, go door to door, pop it in the person's mailbox. You can post it up in your grocery stores on the bulletin board, on your church bulletin board. Talk about it with everybody you know. Let them know, hey, we're doing summer camps this year. I would love for your children to join us. No matter where you are, you want to be able to promote it comfortably. Word of mouth, that's the best thing. Talk about it during your mat chats. If you have little athlete meetings or class meetings before or after, that's a great spot to start generating some excitement for it. Local group calendars are a great thing. So if your church has a local group bulletin, like an online calendar, that's a great one. Your local Chamber of Commerce will have a calendar. Get your summer camps posted on that. We have What's on Quinty in our area. We're on that calendar. Our radio stations always put together a list of everybody, and it's always nice to be included on that. We had a nice bonus this year for the March break one. We're actually at the top of the list, which is amazing. Love that. We're the first one people see. And then your last one is the social media groups. So if you're not already on those community pages, I highly encourage you to do so because you can talk about summer camps in there. It's not necessarily about bombarding those social media groups with come to my space, but when other people are saying, hey, does anybody know of any summer camps that are running, you can comment in there. We would love to have you join us here. Here's our webpage that you can check all that out. Feel free to DM us if you have any questions or would like a studio tour or a gym tour, okay? Get your friends to comment your business, get your families to comment your business, and that itself will also start to snowball. All right, Any questions, like I said, pop them in the comments. If you have a great summer camp idea, we'd love to hear it. Some of the themes that we offer this year for the French board, we're offering Le Mystère, which means the mystery, so it's like a spy camp. We're doing a cheer intensive this year. We have waterworks and messy kids. So a couple of really good theme ideas. We also we look for families. We get feedback every year. What was their favorite camp? What was their least favorite? Get some suggestions. So they always help us plan for the following year. But I would love to hear from you guys as well. So feel free, like I said, pop those in the comments. All right. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Next up, we are going to be talking about starting the year off. So we're going to be talking about planning to grow by holding a club expo. I'm excited about that one. That one's going to be on February 12th. But the following week, February 19th, you're really going to want to be here because Rochelle is coming back with more information about summer camps and how to market them. You don't want to miss that. All right. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Keep going with your competition season. I hope everything is going well, and we'll talk to you soon.